Hey, Pete, the peptide guy here, and you're at the podcast lane. So today I have actually a familiar guest to me, but not to me, maybe not to many, Kelley Farley. So I've known Kelley for a couple of years now and in the health and wellness industry. And she's done some amazing things. And I know you just love helping people and just educating them and their health and wellness. What have you been up to?
Well, I do a lot of sales, a lot of coaching right now, and I am opening up a med spa in St. George, Utah soon. And I have a great team there. And then also, I am doing events in downtown Phoenix, but it all is surrounded with peptides and wellness and either, yeah, online wellness coaching and also partnerships with peptide companies.
Gotcha. So where did the passion come from to do this kind of work?
For the peptides
For
in
all of it.
general?
Yeah.
For all of it, well, during COVID, I had a neighbor and she needed infusions. And she actually kind of started me to do my own business. And so I worked a ton of hours in COVID and I got really passionate about IV infusion. Then leading into more the med spa criteria, then peptides. So just I guess my original passion of IVs and I like the aesthetics with Botox and whatnot, but now leading into definitely the whole wellness generation of just holistic medicine on that side.
Yeah, no, yeah, and it's super important, and we communicate, often on the peptide world, obviously,
Right.
and in that space. So, what are why the med spa space?
The med spa space?
Yeah,
Because you have to have a little bit of Botox and lasers and anti-aging. So, and then also the natural, like you could, say exosomes and stem cell therapy, whether it's in your body, outside your body, and then including obviously peptides. They all go very well together.
awesome. Yeah,
Prevention, a lot of prevention of diseases and wrinkles.
yeah, gotcha. All that good fun anti-aging stuff, right?
Yes,
That we're
all
all
of the
trying.
anti-aging.
I got you. Awesome. Um, so, talk to me about some of the current things that you're doing event-wise in Phoenix.
Yeah, so my first event is March 28th. So we'll be doing peptides, wellness consultations, concierge medicine, Botox, and some fillers. But really just getting people to be more aware of what peptides can do for yourself and yeah, prevention and whatever type of illnesses or issues that they have from anxiety, depression, weight loss, of course, everyone knows that one. Just the treatment of just inflammation. Um, Definitely just want to get the world of peptides in people's hands, which it's already in people's hands, but just more safe and just more of the knowledge base.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we're always, we're discussing always how to get the education out right and
Right.
communicating it the right way,
Yeah.
so that people have the right information because there's just so much
Right.
noise out there right
There's a
now.
lot of
Yeah,
noise. Yeah.
in our space. What personally has peptides been for you?
So personally, I love the NAD. That actually really helped, I would say, cure my sepsis in the past between the NAD and, of course, with infusions, IV infusions. But right now, I just definitely love the BPC, TB, the Glow, the CLO, the KPB. That's just huge. I've noticed with my brain, gut, inflammation, yeah, just all around anti-aging.
Yeah. Um, what would you say is some of the biggest, well, or one of the biggest, I'm sure you've had a ton of them, just like I have, in this world, success stories that you've heard from a client?
Yeah, so definitely really encouraging clients to add on at least the Glow and the CLO with their weight loss. So majority of people are on the weight loss ones, but really just getting the benefits of adding another peptide stack with a CLO or Glow.
Yeah. Yeah, the anti-aging is the super big one right now this year,
Yeah,
right? Copper's like
copper. Yep,
copper's the buzzword and the buzz peptide for this year, I think.
yep.
Everybody's gonna be looking into that. Um, so what is it like working, because you're doing so many different things, right?
Yeah,
Open the med spas, you're doing the peptides, you're doing the events.
yes.
Um, Doing this and being in the health and wellness, do you find it even harder to take care of yourself because you're doing so much?
I used to, yes, but now I've taken a little bit of a break, and so I've scaled back and put boundaries around my life and my my overall health and wellness. So now I do. Like today, I actually made time to I got an IV infusion today before my podcast, and so yeah, no, now I'm still not the great. I still treat myself last, but I'm getting so much better. And for me, it's just about consistency. So what I teach people, I need to teach myself and do consistently.
Yeah. So when somebody comes to you and say, "Hey, Kelley, I need your help," how does that start?
So it starts with like an online consultation, get them plugged in, whether there's a couple rounds, whether it's telehealth medicine platform or in person. So I have options. So either telehealth or in person consultation.
Yeah. And success rates, I'm sure, are pretty high with consistency, right?
Yes, pretty high. And everyone likes the online, I would say too. It's faster. I say 50%. A
Hmm.
lot of people like the fastness, the efficiency online, or of course, a lot of people like the hands on. So
Gotcha.
I like both concepts.
Yeah. And what, or I should say, how many companies are you involved with? Because you usually work with multiple companies at once, right?
Yes.
Especially when you have med spas too, because
Yeah. That I had a lot. I'm actually downsizing to just a couple that I really like. So, a couple, not 10, now it's like two to
okay.
three.
Yeah.
It gets too cumbersome.
Hmm.
So, for sure. And it's not about the price comparison, it's just about the product. So, definitely a two, three, or maybe four
Yeah. Yeah.
versus 10 plus.
Yeah, I hear you.
Mhm.
And marketing wise, like, how do you find if any challenges are out there for you with this in this space?
Right. Well, that's interesting. So what to say? Like you want to say peptides and weight loss but you just have to be careful. It's a gray area, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate. So it's a very gray area of how you say things.
Yeah. So constantly navigating that space is definitely
Right. And being a
interesting.
healthcare provider, we're targeted where a lot of other healthcare, I would say they can kind of do what they want. So
Yeah.
as a healthcare professional, we really have to just watch what we say.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody who says, well, I get it cheap and I'm getting it direct from gray market?
Right. I would definitely say, okay. I would have to watch my wording on that one. I would say really make sure, like, it's a trusted company. You really want to know that I'll point out, does the website have this? Does it have that? Are you knowing how to take it right? Have you had a consultation? You just don't know what type of products, and a lot of companies are white labeling. So people can sell anything, sell white labeling. So yeah, I'll point them out to the websites that I like and say, okay, well, if they have that, it's up to you, but I would recommend this.
Right. Yeah. And go about the consultation route. Okay. So what does that usually entail?
The consultation route. So if I'm doing it on my online platform, realistically, so I love my new company where I bring people to my website and I let the doctors online. There's online doctors. They get to pick their product, and then everything's shipped to their door. So that is number one. With my current website, I really bring them to the right resource, and then I'll have the doctors finish the rest. The other one will be having just people come into my med spa, speak with myself and my nurse practitioner,
Mhm.
and then we'll go from there and seeing what people would like to do. But always a consultation first.
Yep.
And then, of course, lab work is always a good one to have before anyone starts anything. But although these are amino acids and these are natural in our body, so.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just signalers.
Mhm.
What would you say is one of the key things with working with a medical professional?
Trust, honesty, knowing where they get their product and the best guidelines, right for that person. And making the healthcare, it's just about consistency and not trying to focus on the money aspect. But yeah, you want to trust your healthcare provider and the long term of it.
Yeah, yeah. I also notice in this space too, people think kind of like this stuff happens overnight, right? And
Right.
and they don't see the background work that it takes in
Yes.
order to build what you're building now,
Hmm.
which is fantastic. So how do people get involved with you?
Through social media, through my online platform. My website is coming. Or directly my number. So I have a few numbers.
Okay.
So
All right. Well, listen,
yeah,
it was great having you on. I look forward to hearing about more of what you're doing.
yeah.
Why don't you just give the audience a direct way to contact you?
My cell phone number, 480-404-4896.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
Kelley, like usual, it's great to chat with you, and I'm glad you're doing so well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.